And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Wits and Wagers Party is the third game in a series that started with the very popular Wits and Wagers and then went to Wits and Wagers Family, and then now is in Wits and Wagers Party. Now, I was a little confused when I first saw the name of this, Wits and Wagers Party, because I was under the impression that Wits and Wagers already was a party game. It's a very successful game. I run it at every convention that I go to. We have a big game show. And it is one of the most fun things that I'm involved with. It's fantastic. Wits and Wagers is a game that I love to play over and over and over and over again. A very great game. So, Wits and Wagers Party, what's different about it from the original? Let's look. At the beginning of the game, everyone gets one of these boards with bright colors on them. Everyone gets a pen, an erasable pen with a eraser on the lid. And then you will get two chips that match your color. So if you're the green person, you'll get these two money bag bling chips that you can get. If you're this lazy purple guy, then you'll get two delicious drink chips. Okay, none of that really matters. It's just that you get a board and a pen and some chips. One person is going to read the question for the first turn. Everyone will take turns. And the person who reads the question will draw a card. Now, I'm only going to show you one card this whole game. So we're just going to look at this because I don't want to spoil it for you. But for example, here, they'll read the top question. It says, in miles per hour, how fast is the world's fastest elevator? So everybody will write a question. John has said, man, elevators are always slow. I can't imagine one going faster than 6 miles an hour. And Sally thinks the same thing. And Bob, who's a smart aleck, writes 6.231. Meanwhile, Pink, she says 35 because she thinks there's really fast elevators. Blue is a scientist, and he says 65. And Red says 130. Now, everyone has written down these. And what we do is we will put them in order from smallest to largest. And then we can see them here from smallest to largest with this 1. There's always a board that says 1. Then everybody at the same time will put their chips simultaneously. You can put them on your own. You can put them on someone else's. But you're picking 2, and you can put both yours on the same chip. So everyone does that. You're looking around trying to think, well, I think Bob would know. I don't know. So then we look at the answer. Woo! And the answer says, once the focus comes in, which it doesn't look like it is, here we go, 39.77 miles an hour. Oh, wow, it's in that gigantic skyscraper in Dubai. So 39.77 miles an hour. We're looking for the closest, and that happens to be Pink. So Pink got the correct answer, hurrah! And green put 1 chip on, and yellow put 2 chips on. So then it's a very simple scoring system. The person who put a chip on there gets a point, a token. These are inexpensive poker chips. They're very, very light, but they look pretty cool. So yellow would get 2, and green would get 1, and the pink would get 1 because it was their answer that came closest to without going over. You put the answer back, you draw another card, you get another question, and you keep going on and on and on. Now, you can eventually use the bottom of the question cards if you like to. And there's 250 questions in the game, and you'll be using 7 of them for each game. Now, you can play with a variant where you can take this number 1 and flip it over and it says pays double. So if 1 is the highest without going over, and you put, for example, a blue chip on it, you would get 2 points rather than 1. After 7 questions, everyone will gather up all the points they've gotten from bidding on the different cards, and whoever has the most is the winner. So we can see here that Wits and Wagers Party is a, I hate to use these words, but a dumbed-down version of Wits and Wagers. In essence, really, it's Wits and Wagers Family, but while that one was geared towards kids, really geared towards kids, this one's geared towards adults. There's some things I do not like about Wits and Wagers Party. I do not like the little cards. I don't know who's thought that was those were good ideas. They drive me nuts. Why can't we just have a card with the 7 questions on it? I thought that was a great idea. You read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as you went through. Here, the card with the 2 questions, just, I don't know. They're flimsy. I don't like them. Bring back the big cards, please. I really miss the wagers part. I don't know why wagers is on here. You're guessing, but you're not wagering any chips. You don't lose anything. To me, the losing aspect of Wits and Wagers was so much fun. You could say, oh, I'm really sure this answer is right. I'm going to put some money on it, but I might lose that money. That was a really fun aspect of the original one. Now, that being said, I don't think Wits and Wagers Party is a bad game. I think there's a lot of people who will enjoy this game, and I think this game has a very good tendency to go out into the mass market, but I think the original game could have too. That's my point, I think, is why this game is good. I don't see any reason to play this over the original one. Why play this when I can just go play Wits and Wagers? And you say, well, what about kids and stuff? Well, then I have Wits and Wagers Family. So I have the two different games. This one, I think what they're doing is it can go anywhere. Anyone can pick this up. If you can't figure out how to play this game, then don't play board games because it's so easy to figure out. But for me, personally, I'm not very interested in it because it took away some of the stuff I liked most about Wits and Wagers, namely the wagering. This is wits and guessing. Again, all this being said, I'm not saying this is a bad game. If you walked in a store, bought this, took it home with your family, you're really going to enjoy it. But if you have played it and you enjoy it, then get Wits and Wagers regular or deluxe, or there'll probably be a super gold-plated deluxe version coming out soon. But anyhow, so that's what I think about Wits and Wagers Party. It's great. Not sure it's a party. It's more like, woo, fun. Wits and Wagers Regular. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a party.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.